Yo, what is good, people, man? Welcome to a bit of a different video on the channel. We're taking a little break from our long-running career mode series that I have been doing since the start of this game cycle. We're going to break down some custom tactics today. We've just finished Season 5 of the career mode. If you haven't seen it, there's a playlist on the channel. Get up to date. We're in pre-season right now for Season 6. I am yet to record any of Season 6. That will be coming soon. And depending on how I schedule these videos, Season 6 might have already started on the channel. So make sure you check that if you are interested. It's going to be the final season of this career mode and the biggest one yet. Look at our boy Oscar Cole over there with the Player of the Season trophy. But that's what we're going to dive into today, is the custom tactics that we used last season in Season 5, which saw us go on to win silverware and also so many accolades like this Player of the Season trophy for our boy Oscar Cole. Now, this is just a shout out to everyone who left comments saying they wanted to see the custom tactics. I wasn't even thinking about making this video, but I saw a few people saying they want to see how we play, the actual in-depth, you know, whatever you call it, tactics, bro. I can't think of another word for tactics. They want to see the in-depth, in-games tactics, so you can go ahead and replicate it in your career mode saves if you do want to. Now, in previous years, we had the 4-4-1-1 formation. We made the RDC overlap tactic. That was brilliant back in the day on FIFA 23 and 4. Didn't really work this year in FIFA 25, you know. But I've found a very nice setup here. And getting into Season 6 of our career mode, I'm thinking about changing the formation again just to accommodate some players. We've had a lot of players come back from loan, but regardless, I know some people might be watching this and don't care about our team and the storylines, things like that. They just want to see the tactics. So let's jump straight into it. So you can see the formation is the 4-1-4-1. We have one DM, two centre mids, left mid, right mid, and a striker, of course, with the 4 at the back standard. What I will say for this formation, you do need a certain type of player for each position. Mainly just the midfield 3, I would say. Actually, the rest of the positions, you can get away with having anyone there, but this midfield 3 is so important to have the right balance, and I'll get into that once we start talking about the player roles and assignments. But as for the tactics, there's not actually too much going on in terms of like these little stats here. You see balanced build-up style. Defensive approach, we have balance too, 55 over there on the line height. Don't really do too much with it. You know, I keep it plain and simple. Don't really experiment with too much. I mean, I did earlier on in the career mode saves. You know, I tried like having 70 for this line height. I tried 90, but whether it was just our players being low rated and being slow, couldn't keep up with playing that automatic offside trap and playing such a high line, just didn't really work out for us. So we've dropped it back, so it's a little bit higher than the standard 50, and it's working well for us. You know, you definitely could do with some fast players, especially at centre back. And I mean, you know, this season we scored the most goals in the league, but I think we also conceded some of the most goals in the league. Whether that's because of personnel or due to our defensive line height, I do not know. But the key thing in this tactic setup is the player roles. Let's jump into it. So, our goalkeeper, I have to sweeper keeper. I don't really notice a difference, I can't lie, between goalkeeper and sweeper keeper. I never really see any sort of difference there. I'm pretty sure I had it on goalkeeper for the whole season though, and I've just changed to sweeper keeper. So maybe just keep your goalie as a goalkeeper, or whatever playstyle plus they've got on career mode. Of course, you can train players to get a plus or a plus in certain roles. Just do whatever, bro. It's your goalie. Regardless, he's going to concede goals. He's going to have weird animations. You're going to think he's brain dead at times. That's just FIFA 25 goalkeepers for you. 2 centre-backs I have on defender, both of them. I tried experimenting with one defender as a stopper, one defender as a ball-playing defender. The other one is just a standard defender as always. You know, I thought, let's give one defender just the defender job. Make him stay at the back, and the other one can get a bit forward if he wants ball-playing or stopper. But nah, bro. Honestly, if you go anything else, these men just run away. They run out of position. And right now, I've got low-rated players in here. We do normally have Pau Kubasi, who's at least like 85, 86 overall. So it's not completely down to the youth. Even Pau Kubasi, when he's in here, I tried him as the stopper / ball playing defender. He just runs away. I don't get it. Like, he just runs away from the ball. He wants to play a different game. Put your centre backs as defender and leave it. 2 fullbacks in this formation. We have Jonathan Haber at right back on wing back and Simo at left back on wing back. Now, in other formations, I've felt like putting your fullbacks on wing back leaves you very exposed. These players get out of place, out of position. But for some reason with this formation, they were never really out of place or out of position, even with the wing-back tactic as their player role. Usually, I would just recommend fullback for both sides, and if this is Ultimate Team, I would probably say the same thing. Not that I even play Ultimate Team, but with career mode, I take a lot more liberty with the tactics because, you know, you're playing the AI, bro, and I just want to have fun at the end of the day. And trying to have fun on this game, it can be very hard at times, but yeah, honestly, I thought I had one fullback on wingback and the other on fullback, but I guess not. They're both on wingback, so that's that. Maybe they don't get out of position because of these wide players right here, the left mid and the right mid. Over on the left, we have Kato Yoshi, who is a youth player we got from our youth academy. His main stats are pace, agility, balance, dribbling. So he is more of your out-and-out winger. He's actually done very well this season in terms of his shooting and composure. He's got a lot better in that regard, but I think he's got like 58 shooting stats. So we set this guy as a winger, attack, focus, just so we can get down that wing, bro. Use his pace, try and beat the defenders in behind, and even get us the cutbacks if we need. Drive to the baseline, cut it back into the box. But yeah, I didn't want to give him any other sort of player role. This is why I say it's important to have certain types of players to work with this tactical setup here. So it could work for your left mid or your right mid, whichever one's faster. Throw them on winger. As for the other side, Lee Elliot, this guy, he plays right mid. He's a winger by trade, and he is quick, don't get me wrong, but this guy, his passing stats are insane. He is our playmaker, definitely more of an attacking mid. That's why he's on wide playmaker with attack focus. Instead of hugging the touchline, staying out wide, trying to use pace to beat defenders in behind, this guy will look for the ball to his feet with the wide playmaker play style. He wants the ball to his feet, he'll cut inside, almost like an inside forward, but from the midfield position. He'll cut inside and it creates perfect space for the centre mid next to him, which I'll get to in a minute. And like I say, with this 4 in the midfield, we'll ignore the DM for now. With the 4 in midfield, say your right mid is the one that's quicker than the left mid, and you want to put the right mid as a winger, swap the 2 centre mids here as well, because it's got to work in this like particular way. So we have wide playmaker over on the right. Our right centre mid, Isaac Hassan, playmaker. This guy, you want a playmaker. That's a playmaker. This guy was like our 3rd top goal scorer this season. He basically played as a shadow striker from a centre mid spot. It was absolutely insane.
You want to talk about a playmaker? That's a playmaker. He made the play.
But the reason why that was so effective is because he's on playmaker, so he's allowed to push forward and get into the box, make those late runs into the box when we need. And he makes those runs because Lee Elliot is a wide playmaker who will look to cut inside. So when he cuts inside, Hassan takes that as a notice to be like, yo, I can push forward now because Elliot's occupying my position in the middle kind of thing, you know what I mean? Which is why, again, I say, make sure you flip the sides. If you put your right mid as a winger, put your left centre mid as the playmaker, if that makes sense. So, the other centre mid, just box to box. Chris Rigg, this guy, great stats all around. You know, Rude Hullet gang, almost in our career mode. He's far from it, but still, it's what it feels like. Box to box, you know, he gets forward, defends, does exactly what you need him to do. You want him to stay really in the middle, because your other centre mid is going to get forward and attack, get into the box, and like I say, be that goal scorer, shadow striker. Your right mid, or left mid, depending on how you set it up, he's going to come inside sometimes, pause, and he's going to play almost like a centre mid / attacking mid. It is more like an inside forward attacking mid. So your other centre mid, you want him to just be in the middle, because you're going to have one guy playing cam. You've already got a DM down at the bottom there being the anchor. And then you want this guy to just roam around the middle and just fill in that space, you know? And it works as well having the winger next to him, because when Kato goes forward, Chris Rigg knows it's not his time to go forward. Or if he does, he knows to wait on the edge of the box for maybe the cutback. And it's just a perfect setup, a perfect balance, having winger, box-to-box, playmaker, wide playmaker. All of this only works, though, because of this man in the middle. Rob Sim, 6'3", great play styles. I'll show you his play styles, actually, because this is actually very important. He is the heartbeat of the team. He's the anchor. He's the mitochondria of the cell. He's got block, anticipate, press proven, and relentless. I know he's only 77 overall, but with that body, 6'3", 172 pounds, the guy, as it says there, he's a mostly lengthy guy. Mostly. I don't know what that means in terms of what's not lengthy, but I won't speculate. Anyway, back to the player roles. We have him as centre half, so when you have the ball in possession, he's going to drop between the centre backs. So this guy's never out of position. When you get caught on the counter-attack, things like that, he's never out of position, bro, because he's going to drop between these two. which kind of creates a 5-back sometimes, but then having the fullbacks on wing-back, they do push forward, and it keeps a general nice shape, bro. You know, maybe that's why we were never out of position, because Rob Sim playing centre-half from the DM spot, it creates like a 3 centre-back look with the wing-backs getting forward, but not too far forward. I want to show you with ball, but for some reason, like, this game is just garbage. Look at that. Like, you can't even show the tactics anymore. This game's trash. But, yeah, centre-half as the DM, it works for me. If you've got a guy who's a bit quicker, Rob Sim, it does lack pace, but if you've got a guy who's a bit quicker, maybe you can just go for Holden with defend focus. But I liked how Rob Sim played with centre-half, bro. He won't get involved in the attacks. He won't be a flashy, deep-lying playmaker style of player. He's the no-nonsense street sweeper to sweep up the streets, bro. When the ball comes near him, he's going to win it and play it to one of your fullbacks or your midfielders to go and start the actual playmaking. But this position right here is probably the most important in the entire setup, I would say, to keep your team solid. So basically, the setup for your 3 midfielders is you need an out-and-out DM to play DM. One of your centre mids, like a box-to-box style, and the other centre mid can be an attacking mid. I think Isaac Hassan has about 42 defending. We're playing him centre mid. 47 defending, 52 physical, so he's not really a centre mid at all. He is an attacking mid, but it just works. Now, as for a striker, it's Oscar Cole, the man I highlighted in the intro. He got player of the season this year with an insane amount of goals and assists. He is tall, he is strong, we have him as target forward. It just works perfectly. He makes runs in behind, but he also wants the ball to feet. When he gets the ball to feet, he has all these players from the midfield bombing forward to make support and runs. Isaac Hassan on the overlap. Elliot's there. This guy's a long shot merchant. His outside the foot shots are ridiculous. Chris Rigg makes great late runs in behind sometimes. Kato out wide as the winger. And Cole is just a killer in front of goal. You know, Oscar Cole, it's a cold world. He'll blast through the speakers. I've been saying it since the start of the career mode. But this guy is genuinely sensational. Like, this guy, man. Yeah, I tried advanced forward. Advanced forward, I don't really think works with a 1-striker formation. I mean, it kind of does. Like, if it's 4-3-3, though, I feel it's better to have an advanced forward with the midfielders, or with the wingers, sorry, being midfielders and not out-and-out wingers. It did feel better to play a target forward or a false 9 up front. You know, I feel like poacher works best in 2-striker formations, and I feel like advanced forward works best in, like, 3 forward formations. So, yeah, I love target forward. Loved how Cole played this season. And that's pretty much it. It seems very simple on the surface of things, but if you have the right personnel in these positions, obviously we didn't win the league this year, but that was because of experience, I think. Still, though, absolutely sensational tactical setup. I really enjoyed playing with this. The most fun I've probably had with the team. Since the start of the career mode, 5 seasons, we've conceded so many goals and we lacked defensively. But this formation really helped us. I know I said at the start we conceded a lot, but still, this formation felt the best that we've used so far. So getting into season 6 of the career mode, you'll have to wait and see that on the channel to see what we're going to swap to. But we might just swap back to this straight away. It depends how the first few episodes go. If we concede loads and don't win no games, we might swap back to this. And some players are just going to have to sit on the bench and be unhappy because this formation right here, this is a league-winning formation, I can't lie. If we go into Season 6 just using this team, this formation again, we'll win the league, we'll smoke it. But I like to switch it up in the career mode, keep it entertaining, keep it the most electrifying career mode in YouTube entertainment. And that is what it is, bro. But I have nothing else to say. If you have enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments below. Drop a comment, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new with the notification bell turned on. Make sure you check the playlist on the channel, get up to date with the series so far so you can check Season 6 when that does drop. But if you do go on to use these tactics, let me know in the comments below how your career modes go. With these tactics, do you have the right personnel and players to use them? And if you go on to win the league, I want some of the prize money, bro. Yeah, drop a comment, let me know how it goes. And until then, I will see you next time, people, man. Take it easy.